PC, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo. Long ago, the four consoles lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when Sony raised their prices. Only the Avatar, master of all four consoles, could stop them. But when the world needed him most, he vanished. What's going on, everyone? It's Enzo Unreal, and welcome back to another episode of an appreciation video, where I take the time to look at the favorite parts of the games I love. Today we're going to be talking about Resident Evil 4 Remake. If you're new to the series, then welcome. I'm just a casual gamer who appreciates the hard work and effort that goes into creating a video game. It's amazing how far gaming has come in terms of graphics and storytelling. The way video games immerse you has changed the way we consume games forever. Gaming has evolved from its Pac-Man days all the way to games that make you question your life choices.
Go ahead, man. I know where you go ahead. Go ahead, man.
Nah, this dude's getting too creepy for me, honestly.
Before we jump into the video, I just want to take a quick moment to say thank you to everyone who's taken the time to watch my videos. I know I don't post as often as I like to, but life doesn't always go the way we want, right? Sometimes life will test you. Sometimes life will challenge you. And in the pursuit of your dreams, the universe will send obstacles to throw you off balance.
No way! Way. Heather, good luck. Thanks, Gil. You're the best. I know. I thought you were I'm going to try and break into the bloodshed. Are you getting this? Excuse me. Heather, can you tell us what you're feeling, honey? Lots of pain. Gil, please help me. Gil, please. I'd like to help you, but it's sweet.
I'm learning that in life, you just have to look for new reasons to keep on going. You gotta find ways to stay motivated when it comes to following your dreams. And sometimes motivation can come in creative ways.
俺の本気、俺のゴール、それは胸だ!
So let's just hop right into it. Resident Evil 4 was originally released in January 2005 on the Nintendo GameCube by Capcom. It has since then been re-released and ported to pretty much any electronic device that you can play a game on. Resident Evil 4 Remake was released earlier this year in March of 2023 with a huge upgrade in gameplay and graphic quality. The game is currently available to play on PlayStation 4 and 5 as well as on the Xbox Series X. The survival horror genre is definitely one of my favorite forms of entertainment. Whether it be in movies or in games, I find the most excitement into the world unknown. I'm also a huge fan of characters that overcome traumatic situations.
You forgot the first rule of remakes, Jill. Don't fuck with the original.
I think what makes a good horror franchise iconic is having an interesting killer design with a survivor who chooses to keep on fighting.
A life of regret. Knowing everything you've done. Everyone you've hurt and lost. You have chosen the lament configuration.
When the original Resident Evil 4 was released in 2005, it was considered the most popular and best Resident Evil game of the franchise. The game was highly praised for its action, atmosphere, and its characters.
Well, if it isn't the bitch in the red dress.
I decided to review Resident Evil 4 Remake because I had an amazing time while playing this game. Strangely enough, it did bring back some weird memories of the 2005 era. This game has some great action and some genuinely intense moments.
Oh, it's okay. Oh yeah, look at you. Oh!
Don't worry if you haven't played any of the other Resident Evil games, you can jump right into this one without any issues. It's a standalone experience that doesn't really require any prior knowledge of the franchise. However, it is recommended to have played Resident Evil 2 to understand some of the story. Here's a clip of the opening sequence.
September 30th, 1998. It's a day I'll never forget. The cop inside me died that day. And that night, Raccoon City was wiped out, thanks to the bioweapons created by Umbrella. Somehow I made it out, but too many others weren't so lucky. I was asked later to join a top-secret government program. Not that I had a choice. The training, punishing missions, nearly killed me. But at least I kept my mind off everything. If I could just forget what happened that night. The pain. Even for a second. This time, it can be different. It has to.
Resident Evil 4 follows Leon S. Kennedy as he is tasked with a dangerous mission to rescue the president's daughter from a cult village overrun by hostile people and monsters. The game's aesthetic highlights how dangerous the world around you is and grounds you into an isolating atmosphere.
I made it.
RE4 has some major attention to detail when it comes to its set pieces and the overall atmosphere of the game. The enemy designs are updated from the original game with a whole new fresh feel to them. Capcom successfully recreates the original enemy designs for a whole new generation to experience.
Great.
Sorry, didn't realize that was yours. I am flattered. I'm a one-lady type of guy.
When it comes to the music in the game, I do feel the original game had the better sound design. In the remake, there's not a lot of background music throughout the levels. While I understand the change in tone they're going for, it does feel like it takes some of the atmosphere out of the game. There was just something different about the atmosphere in games from the early 2000s era, especially in the survival horror genre. The Silent Hill games are often mentioned alongside Resident Evil when it comes to some of the best survival horror games ever made. And here's a good reason why. When it comes to making an iconic horror game, there are many factors that go into creating an unsettling atmosphere. Good sound design is one of those factors. This scene of James Sunderland looking into the mirror is a good example of effective sound design. The background noise is made to establish the tone of the game. It gives the character of James a somber element to him. In the original Resident Evil 4, there is bits and pieces of the game where you would get that somber tone. Here in the farm area, you get some eerie background noise that enhances the creepy atmosphere of the level. While the Resident Evil 4 remake had some creepy atmosphere, it's definitely not as present as some of the older games.
What's going on here?
The sound and music design in this game could have used more work to promote a creepier atmosphere. They did manage to get the save room music right. It's a nice rendition of the old one from the original game. You are able to unlock the music from the original game, but just like in Resident Evil 2, you have to pay to unlock the music. Not really a business tactic I support, but I understand why it's done.
Poo-poo. Pee-pee poo-poo.
Let's not get hung up on those. I'm hung up.
That's not to say that the remake doesn't have its own iconic sound design, because the background tracks can get pretty dramatic during the boss fights. This game is a faithful adaptation of the original classic and a great sequel to Resident Evil 2 Remake. This game has set the standards on what a remake should be like, with more to explore and new gameplay mechanics to have fun with. The campaign is around a 20-hour experience, and even on my first playthrough, I still wasn't able to collect everything. While the game is a linear experience, it has a high replayability factor, and you'll want to play it more than once. Games like this is a good reminder of how single-player games can still deliver a memorable experience. The characters, story, art design, and gameplay makes this game an experience worth appreciating. That's it for today, you guys. We're just getting started with this game. In the next video, we'll be going over some of the gameplay mechanics and the type of action you'll be encountering. Thanks for tuning in today. Once again, I'm Enzo Unreal. If you guys like the video, then you already know what to do, and I'll see you guys next time.